Is drinking raw milk safe like RFK Jr. suggests? Can you reduce a glucose spike if you eat your food in, quote unquote, the right order? I'm registered dietitian Abby Sharp. I host a nutrition myth-busting podcast called Bite Back with Abby Sharp. And those are just some of the questions I tackle with qualified experts on my show. There is so much food misinformation and disinformation out there, and it can feel impossible to know what's real and what's BS. On Bite Back, my goal is to help listeners create a pleasurable relationship with food, their body, and themselves, which in my opinion is the fundamental secret to good health. Listen to Bite Back wherever you get your podcasts.
Roz and Mocha. Roz and Mocha.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
We are episode 1231 of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Always a fun one. Ask Roz and Mocha as we head out to Vancouver for our very first caller. Hello, Christine. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
Hi, Mocha.
How are you, Christine?
Good. It's a little early here in Vancouver, but I'm so happy to be speaking to you guys.
Well, we're happy to have you on here with us. Before we get to your question, how did you discover the Roz and Mocha Show?
Oh, I think we've just always been listeners.
Yeah.
It's the car's radio has always been tuned into you guys, and then, yeah.
Okay.
So I think we've been listening for like a good 15, 16 years, I feel like.
Oh, girl, love that. Yeah, we are celebrating 16 years at the end of August. So you've been with us since the very beginning, and we appreciate that. Go ahead with your question, by the way.
Okay, so my question was, who do you think would be the easier one to scam, considering that Roz is a gullible senior citizen and Mocha responds to emails from quote-unquote celebrities?
Yo, okay, hold on. Yo, Christine, that happened once. So you mean who on the show would be easiest to scam?
Yeah, like
I think
amongst the five of you, probably.
Yeah,
but,
I think Maury would probably be the easiest.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
Like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just curious.
Oh, I don't know. I just think that if you were to get an email, let's say from somebody who claimed that they were Zac Efron because you got like a massive crush, I think you would like fully give into it. You'd believe it.
Yeah, I've been scammed before by a celebrity.
Yeah. See?
Have you?
So I don't know if I ever told you this. I was booking a guest once for something we were doing on the show.
On this show?
Yes.
Yeah.
And in order for me to get them on the show, they were like, hey, for my time, can you send me $50?
Bruh.
And who was it?
And I did. And then I found and then I never heard back. And then I found another way to get this person, and they're like, no, he doesn't have Facebook. We'll get him on the show, no problem. And done. And he would have never asked for money.
Who was it?
Donovan Bailey.
The sprinter?
Yeah.
Our Canadian Olympian legend.
Yeah, the Olympian.
You gave $50 to a fake Donovan Bailey?
That is...
Bro.
Oh, so to answer your question, yeah, me.
He didn't check the name. It said Donovan Daly on it. Yeah. All right, so there you go.
I also think, and don't take this the wrong way, okay, Cheesecake?
Oh,
but
no.
I also think that maybe Shem might be susceptible because you, I believe, is like a God-fearing, church-going, lovely person. You see the best in people at every opportunity, right? You sort of lead with optimism and I don't want to say compassion, but trust. And I think that somebody may look at you as a mark. I don't think that it's any sort of character flaw, but I think that somebody, if they are running a scam, may target you because they see you as easy.
Oh, yeah, I never
If
thought
that,
about
does that,
it
if
way.
that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense. Yeah. I don't disagree, honestly.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Where I
Christine?
don't want anything.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Like,
you won't reply to an email unless it was somebody who you knew.
But I said this before, which is when you would get those calls where it's like, hey, we're calling from your bank and this, and they're always so sketchy and everything else. And they took me right to the line of where I almost gave them the information before I clued in. And it happened one morning in this room. Like we had just wrapped up the show.
Yeah.
And I had said this, that the key to all these phone scams, and it happened to me and I almost got scammed, was if you really want them to work, you got to hire women.
Uh-huh. Because it worked.
Because all those people who call you with the scams and the everything else, they're all dudes.
Yeah.
And as soon as I picked up my phone and it was a woman, there was not even a part of me that thought that I was being scammed.
Your guard went down right away.
Yep.
Completely trusted her.
Completely. Right up until the point where she asked me a question and I said, you should know the answer to that question.
And that's when you clued in.
And that's when I clued in.
Got it.
I would say also, to Roz's point, I find that when the banks call, if there's too much background noise, that seems a little sketchy.
Yeah, because they all work from home now. Like if somebody calls me from and I like a customer service or whatever, if they call me and I hear that Treehouse is on in the back, like they're playing cartoons, I'm like, that's a woman who's working from home, right? Like there's no question. She's got a young kid. She's sitting at the kitchen table with a headset on, pulling a shift, everything else. You ever been scammed, Maria?
No.
Never.
No.
What about by a boy?
Yeah.
There we go. Wow. That's the answer you wanted. Yo, Christine, that was the best. Thanks so much for kicking off the podcast today with that wonderful question. And thank you for listening out there in Vancouver. Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
It's going to be Roz.
Thank you.
Because I feel like he's the finally evolved form of my husband.
I'm so glad you said that. You're the best. Have a beautiful day, Christine.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Grace says here, if you were living in a dorm, what would be hanging on your wall?
I lived in a dorm.
What was hanging on your wall?
For 1 year. I don't know to be honest with you, I don't know if I had anything hanging on my wall. Like I didn't have any posters or anything like that. I'm trying to remember. And then at one point, my brother had just started working in animation and he drew his first two characters that he had designed for the show that he was working on, this Jim Henson show called Dog City years ago. And so he gave me two, it was like detective dogs. It was Paw Patrol before Paw Patrol.
Oh,
right?
okay. Perfect.
And so I remember I saw him one day and he gave me these two pictures of these two things that he designed. And I remember I put those on my wall because I was really proud of them. But dorms were crazy because like people didn't really like, they either did nothing to them or they went all out where they had like their mums came in and they did all this stuff. The only thing I wanted was a television and a VCR. That was it because we had cable and a mini fridge, right? That was really it. But the guys across the hall from me, super stoners, right? Like their room was sparse. And then every morning at the crack of dawn, all you heard was like shh, shh, shh. And they had rolls of duct tape in their room.
Okay.
Right? And they would every single morning wake up and they would duct tape the cracks around the door.
Oh, my God.
On all four sides and then down to the floor. And his buddy would come in and they would tape up the door and they would sit there and get baked before class. And then half hour later, you would hear all the tape come off like...
But then that smell gets out in the hallway anyway.
They don't. They're stoned at that point.
I was going to ask if the duct tape worked.
Well, yeah, it worked. Yeah, you couldn't hear it until they opened the door. And then there was just like a giant plume of weed smoke comes floating out.
Stoner logic.
Yeah, because they just didn't want to get caught doing it, I guess, right?
Damn it, Maury. What would be on your wall?
I never lived in a dorm, but I do know when I was a kid, I used to have sports pendants. My dad put sports pendants in my bedroom wall and posters of Alyssa Milano.
Did your dad suspect you were gay and he tried to like put some like straight influence in your life?
Must have been because so sports pennants, Alyssa Milano, and hot air balloons.
Okay, see, that's where he made the mistake. If there was any point of where you were teetering with your sexuality, it was the hot air balloon pictures that put you over to the other side.
Maria, what would be on your wall?
I mean, I also didn't live in a dorm, but I did live alone, and I decorated with like my friends' pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And
like around a mirror kind of thing?
Yeah,
or?
and like I had like a little picture wall where like you would like pin pictures on like this like, I guess it was like a not cardboard. What is that stuff?
Like corkboard.
Corkboard. There we go. Yeah, that
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
So I do that, and then I had like the university I went to, like that sign and stuff I had in there.
Okay.
Did you have a roommate when you lived alone, or
No,
did you
it was
live
just
alone?
me. It was just me.
you. What kind of
Yeah.
place did you live in?
It was a condo.
Like a bachelor, or like a one bedroom?
No, just a one bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little kitchen.
Did you love it?
I loved it. Oh my God, I loved living alone. It was great.
When you went back to live with your folks, what was the
Mm-hmm.
one thing you missed the most? Like, what was the one piece of freedom that you had while you lived alone that you suddenly realized I can no longer do that at home with my mom?
My parents are very chill. Like they're not very like needy people, but I will say like they will ask me like, when are you going to be back? Are you home for dinner? Like I get the normal
sure.
questions, and I wish that I could be like, I could just eat when I want, or
Yeah.
and I feel bad if like my mom makes something and I don't want to eat it, I'll still eat it because she
made it.
you
I
know?
get that,
So like I
yeah.
wish that if I have like a later lunch, I don't have to force myself to eat dinner. But it's fine.
Shem, what's hanging on your dorm wall?
3 things. Poster of Michael Jordan, for sure.
Yeah.
Posters of Topanga and Laura Winslow. Topanga from Boy Meets World and Laura Winslow from Family Matters. Yeah, for sure.
Love her.
All right,
For sure.
all right.
I will say that my brother Daniel does live in a dorm, and he has a big poster of my face.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Poor
Oh, I
kid.
mailed it to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did he put it up?
He put it up.
Oh, God.
Really? Maybe you only put it up like
It's so
when
kitschy.
when you go there, or have you?
I've never
visited?
been, but he sent a picture of it on the wall.
He probably,
Oh,
because
it's probably
Yeah,
guys
it's
do
in there
stuff.
recycling
it's,
already.
It's probably just a conversation piece. You know what I mean? yeah.
Amy says here, I've been listening from the very beginning, and Roz has always hated working out. What's changed?
Oh, I still hate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just do it.
But you'd still go like a couple times a
yeah.
week. Proud of you, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I haven't gone in 2
Right?
weeks because my back was sore, so I didn't go. But yeah, no. I still hate it. I like it when I like immediately after I'm very happy I did it. But other than that, I hate every part of it.
Are we still talking about working out?
Yeah. I still hate every part of it. I hate going there. I hate doing it.
Really?
Right afterwards, I'm like, man, I really made the right decision. And then I go
So
sit.
while
in,
you're
and then I go
working
sit
out,
in the steam
though,
room.
are
Yeah.
you thinking about it and you're like, I can't wait for this to be over? Like I'm sick and tired of this. I don't want to be here.
No, I'm just like, it sucks. It's too heavy.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Like it's just like I don't enjoy it. Like
Is
I don't
there
really.
any part of working out or exercise that would make it enjoyable?
No, the only thing I like is sweating.
Okay.
That's it. I love sweating. And then as soon as I start sweating, that's when I sort of get into like a decent mood where I follow through. I go in, I do everything that I set out to do. I never go in and I'm like, lose interest when I'm there. And like if I'm in the building, I'm going for it.
That's good though,
Right?
because
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of people do
amazing.
struggle with like staying there,
Yeah,
like
of
continuing
course.
through.
Yeah,
so.
like but my workout, I'm in and out. Like I walk like out of the change room onto the floor of the gym area. I am back in the change room. And keep in mind, I got to take an elevator to get to the change room. I'm back in the change room in under 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How fast are you
30,
working
30,
out?
30 minutes. Maybe 40. Maybe
I don't think
40.
that's enough.
Maybe 40.
I mean,
Well, no, actually,
any bit
you
is
can get
enough.
a very decent workout done in 25 minutes
Maybe.
if you like really get
Yeah.
it done. But you have to be really, really fast.
Can I tell you, when I see guys in the gym where I'm like, where they're in there for a real long time.
Yeah.
The one thing that they do that I just do not do is after a set, I don't sit there, take a sip of a drink, and grab my phone.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that either.
That's all anybody does.
I
Yeah.
do that.
Everybody, when they take that break, which
Yeah.
for me, if I take a break, it's like 15, 20 seconds.
Same.
Right?
That's why workouts take so long for some people.
It's
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
everybody. They'll take a break. They'll go for a little walk around the thing, and they're on their phone, and then they go back and they do it. But I see guys where they're there when I get there, and they're there when I leave. I've done just as much as they have in way less time.
I'm sure they're saying something about you, like, dude just came in for 20 minutes. What kind of workout
No,
is that?
I'll power walk like 2 kilometers, right? Or sometimes more. And then I do free weights, and then I'll do some sort of like stretch thing at the end, and I just shake it up on day to day on what I do. I'm in and out. I'm on that floor, out of that floor, 35 minutes tops.
I use
That's
a interval timer on my phone, like using an app.
Yeah.
So I always do supersets. So one exercise and then into another exercise and then break.
Yeah.
But I will always do I set my timer. So my workout the duration of time I'm doing that one exercise is 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I rest to get like another set of weights or whatever to set up for the next exercise, anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds. And then after my superset, I rest for no more than 1 minute and then I move on. So my
Right.
workout, my heart rate is continuously going.
Yeah.
But I won't pick up my phone during that time.
No,
at all. I
everybody
just have
does,
it
though.
on just for the timers.
Everybody's got their phone. Like, and it's
Yeah.
just a thing, right? Like they'll just sit and just like scroll on their phone for 5
Yeah,
minutes, and
not
then they
effective.
go
It
back
helps
and
clear your
distracted that way,
head.
too.
It helps clear your head.
No, it's not for
Edward
me.
says here, if a Roz and Mocha school opened up, where the 5 of you became teachers, who would teach what subject? For example, English, math, science, art, phys ed.
Okay, first of all, let's just say right now that the phys ed teacher has already been hired. Okay, otherwise we're all sitting here fighting over Jim.
Oh, I don't want to teach.
Okay,
No.
I want to do phys ed.
I would be the most qualified.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I have
Still,
literal qualifications.
I know. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying let's make it interesting and let's exclude phys ed.
Okay.
Well, I can't do like math. My math sucks, bro.
Okay. So what else? What else?
You could teach a leadership course, Mocha.
Like business?
Civics and careers?
Leadership course.
Oh, leadership.
Yeah.
That's a course?
Leadership? Is that
Yeah.
that's not a course?
Can be, yeah.
No, we're not
But it
inventing
can be. We're not
courses.
inventing.
No, we can't invent
No,
one, man.
no.
Thanks,
Like,
though, but
okay,
you can't.
let's say
I don't know. I wouldn't be qualified to do anything.
You could teach home ec.
Bro, I barely passed high school.
Yeah. Okay. So could you teach
Science? Nope.
No.
Chemistry?
No.
History? Hell no. Geography?
No.
What about like applied art?
Maybe.
Like
No, I wanted to say art.
like art, like painting and like drawing and stuff. Art theory.
Yeah.
Maybe. I like to draw.
Yeah, but can you teach?
No.
Okay.
Oh, what about photography? Like if there was like a photography
Oh, yeah,
class.
there's a photography class.
Half credit. That's a half credit course.
You know,
I think
I had
think
it in high school. It's a half credit
Mine was
course.
a full credit. It was photography and film together.
He
Okay,
could totally do like a
boom.
media course.
I
Like
could media. There you go.
like a media course.
Media
Boom.
history.
Done.
Yeah.
photography falls under art.
Yeah.
No.
Look at your new art teacher, Mr. Mocha. What are you teaching, Roz?
I don't even know. Jim. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I could do geez.
Maybe music, because I feel like
No, because
Woodworking.
I can't read music.
Woodworking.
Yeah, what about carpentry?
If
Like shop.
if it was young
Shop
kids, if it was young kids, for sure.
Okay.
I could do if it was young kids, I could run them through in a semester the basics of woodworking, where we could at the end of it you would build like a little table,
Or like a birdhouse?
Yeah, or like a birdhouse,
Yeah.
right? And then I could pivot them into the maybe even like the basics of electricity. I could roll that in there, and
Sure.
then maybe like one of the other shop courses. But yeah, I think I could teach cooking.
Yeah.
Easily
there you
to
go.
kids. I could teach sewing. I could do the whole home ec
So
class.
home
To
ec,
be honest
yeah.
with you,
I could see you being
All
the
right.
principal.
the principal.
That's
Hell
not
I'm
that's
the
not
man.
up for grabs.
Listen, I'm just saying it. In school,
want
I think you could
Joe
be the
Clark?
principal.
Yeah, I'm not Joe Clark. The HNIC.
Yo, lean on me. You want to smoke crack, don't you?
Bro, do you know how much that movie ruined hockey night in Canada?
Oh my God. That's amazing.
yeah.
Right? And I could not look at. I looked at the. Remember, you have to see the when you had the TV guide, right? Bro, ever since I saw Joe Clark, every time I saw HNIC, 7 p.m. on Saturday, CBC, I died.
That's incredible.
Like, yo, what's
died.
CBC doing now? All right, Sean, what are you teaching? Like religion, if it's like a Catholic school?
No. I would definitely be like the music teacher or something like that.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
All right, and we already said, what are you going to do, Maria? Did you answer?
I wasn't allowed to do gym. I don't know.
What are you going to do? Use something else?
What else?
Dance teacher. Be a dance teacher.
I could do theater.
Oh, there
we
you go.
I'd be the theater, yeah,
Perfect.
drama.
Thank you.
See?
Perfect.
All right. And Dan Moore,
Perfect.
what'd you say again?
I was thinking art history.
No, too bad. Taken.
By who?
Mocha's the art
By
teacher.
me. I'm the art teacher. Pick something else. Quick.
I don't know. What else is there?
5,
Civics and careers.
4, 3,
Okay, I'm teaching math.
2.
Oh, God, the kids are going to end up in
right.
rough shape.
Driver's ed.
Mike says here, Roz has made pepper pot for Mocha and Shem. Will he ever make a Greek dish for Maria to try?
Oh, interesting.
That's a great idea.
I do love Greek food.
Yeah. If there was one thing, Maria, that Roz could try to perfect or at least attempt to make, what would that be?
I think Roz would actually do well at one of my two favorite dishes, which would be either pasticcio or moussaka, which is the ones that I was telling you about. The moussaka one has the eggplant and the like that cream in it with the meat.
Yeah.
And it's like a vegetable lasagna with meat in it.
Okay,
at the same time.
I got you. Yeah, it's like
bechamel. Is it bechamel sauce?
It says beef and eggplant though.
Yeah, there's both.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. It looks like a lasagna. It looks beautiful. To be honest with you.
Honestly, it's one of the best dishes ever.
What about if I just make you a Greek salad?
No. Why not? No. You make all these extravagant dishes. If you're gonna make one, you're gonna make that.
I'll make you a Greek salad.
No. Will you make that other thing?
Yeah.
And bring it in one day? For all of us to try?
Yeah, I could.
Or you could try and do pasticcio, which is an easier version.
The same thing?
It's similar, but it's with like pasta noodles and meat.
Pasticcio.
Yeah.
Does it look like, Roz?
Oh, yeah. Wow. You gotta the noodles all have to be lined up perfectly for this, huh? It looks like shepherd's pie with noodles on the bottom of it.
Ooh, make that.
That's what it looks like.
Very good.
See, for something like this, I could, because my issue was, if you remember, before I wanted to make pepper pot, I had no problem trying to make it, but I had never had it. So I had no point of reference, right? Like I had to have it first.
Yeah. So I can bring you some in if you want.
Oh, that's a great idea. Will you try, Roz? If Maria brings some in for you?
Yeah, where are you getting it from?
I can either make it.
No.
With my grandmother. Hold on. My grandmother can make it.
Okay. Yeah.
And my mom can.
Oh, that was a really quick no.
No.
Or I can buy it from a Greek place that I know is good.
No, I say this only because some people, especially when you get to this stuff, right? A lot of people put their own spin on something that is quote unquote classic, right? What I would like the absolute most honest classic version of what this dish is.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
So which one would you rather?
I don't like eggplant. I think it's
okay, so I'll get her to make the pasticcio and I'll bring it in for you.
Yeah, this amazing. It looks beautiful.
Yo, Maria, have her make enough for all of us.
I'll make it true.
Please.
Yeah.
All right, that's dope. Let's get back to the phones. Yo, Melissa, what's up?
Are you sure no Greek salad though?
No.
Look at that. Little red onion. I don't have to cook anything for it. I don't even got to chop a tomato.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Oh, good. Thanks. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the podcast. What is your question?
Am I the only one who thinks it's really funny and kind of fitting that Roz used to call Lava Life all the time and do phone stuff, talk to sexy ladies, and then became a radio host? And now he has women calling him to listen to his sexy voice, full circle moment. Also, does he know he's basically those sexy Lava Life ladies to so many women out there?
Okay. First of all, lady, it wasn't Lava Life, okay?
I am so confused.
Wow.
What is Lava Life?
Okay. So pause. We're gonna give us 1 second. We got to do some splaining, okay? So Maria, back in the day, before dating, and even before things like Plenty of Fish, like the online dating world, there were what they called chat lines. Okay, and they had names like the Night Exchange and Quests and this kind of thing. And you would call a number, and there would be a bunch of other people who were all, quote unquote, like online, is what we used to call it, right? And you would record a voice message, and that's what other people would hear was the voice message. So you would scroll through messages, and if you wanted to send somebody a message, you could press 2. If you wanted to chat live with them, you could press 1. Then they would get a request. And then if they accepted the request, then you would just be talking to them just one-on-one, right? Otherwise, you get a message and then you reply to these messages. And the goal was to eventually meet somebody off the line to hook up. It was very hook-uppy, right? Nobody was going into a relationship from the Night Exchange. But if you couldn't get that far, what people used it for was like phone sex.
There were gay ones too,
right? Yeah.
Manhunt.
Yes, Manhunt. And
that sounds interesting.
So a friend of mine found his dad on there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, for real. So everybody was using these things, and that's what it was. And I wrote a big thing about it in my book because it was such a pivotal moment for me because I'd never experienced anything like this before. But that's what these lines were, is that you would wait like for just hours and hours and hours. I would be up until like sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, just like trying to like connect with somebody because it became like a game. It's just like Tinder, right?
Right,
Like
you swipe.
And then you finally find somebody who's messaging all these other guys, but only in real time. And then you hit, hey, let's have a private conversation. And it not only would it not just reject you, but it would say, sorry, this user is currently in another private conversation with somebody else. Right? Yes.
Damn,
and
bro.
then so you would wait like a simp, right? And keep hitting one until eventually it was like, we'll send you their message. Your message has been received. This person, and then it's like this person is now connected.
But then they update it where if you hit 2 or something, they'll tell you when they're off the other line.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But anyway, so that's what it was. And you would just sit and wait just to have like a little phone sex.
Wow.
Damn. Right? Like it was crazy.
Did the straight ones have where if you hit 6, you didn't have to talk to him? It was just like you could hear people tell their stories?
No. Nobody wants to hear their stories. Nobody wants to get to know somebody.
No, like they went like a dirty story.
Oh no!
Like people, like there was a whole file of like just dirty stories.
Oh wow, no. But that was the 90s though. That's how you dated in the 90s.
Melissa, are you one of the women who listen to this show for Roz's voice?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Has it always been that way since the very beginning?
Yeah, as soon as I heard his voice on the radio, I was hooked.
Okay. How long have you been listening to the Roz Mocha Show for?
2018. Not that long.
Okay.
I
How
wish
old are
it was
you?
longer.
How old are you?
35.
Oh, cool. God, thank God.
Well, you're on the podcast. We've got a podcast with like enough episodes that existed like before you started listening in 2018 because we're going on year 16 of the show now.
Yeah, I listen to you all the time.
Oh, okay,
Close
okay.
my eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, Melissa.
Line has been connected.
Close your eyes.
Only at night, not home when you're alone?
Yeah, definitely. Always alone. Has to be.
Oh,
wow. I wonder.
What?
If Lava Life still exists?
No. Lava Life was a different thing. I never used Lava Life.
What do you look at?
I wonder because they used to used to advertise them on television.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they used to advertise them on TV, and it was like if you here, turn my computer up for 1 second.
Yeah, go.
Looking to connect instantly with someone new? Call the Night Exchange now. The Night Exchange is the hottest way for adults to safely connect by exchanging voice messages or talking live one-on-one 24 hours a day. Call now and check out our new features. Now men too can try the Night Exchange for free, and women can have even more control over whom they talk to and when. Brought to you by IMG.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still remember the number too. 416-778-4300.
Wow.
Damn, this guy. Look at you.
Call it. What happens if you call it now?
I have no idea.
No. We're not doing that at work. No. Hey, Melissa, thanks so much for listening and for being a part of the podcast. Appreciate you. Love you. I know I don't need to ask, but we'll do it anyway. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
There you go.
Cool.
Have a wonderful
Thanks,
day. Bye-bye.
Melissa.
You too. Bye.
And with that, we conclude episode 1231 of Ask Roz and Mocha. Keep an eye out on our IG at Kiss925. Every week we post a picture and or a video that reads Ask Roz and Mocha. This is where we get the questions from. All right. Feel free to share this episode with anyone in your life who you may think will enjoy the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Seeker app.